Evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of G&Ts with myself, Gary, and special guest Sean Dyche.
Mate. Now I can see why you wanted to do the intro.
I knew there was something planned there. Do you know he was actually wanting to get a mask, but he didn't have any ink in his printer. He was going to get a Sean Dyche mask and put it on his face.
And then,
in case anyone didn't know, on TikTok we've got a video that for some reason has completely blown up. It was like 370,000 views so far, something like that, Tom.
Yeah, just one random video.
Just crazy. It was, and there's the amount of people that keep saying I look like Sean Dyche, and then I've had a few that Daniel looks like fucking Robbie Fowler. So like if somebody put on, Jesus Christ, Sean Dyche and Robbie Fowler have let themselves go. So yeah.
I had a look just before we come on. We've also got a Daniel's Gary Neville.
So he's Gary Neville and he's Robbie Fowler.
That was another one. I can't quite remember it now. It was rather amusing though.
Someone had posted on, what's that specky bastard looking so smug for? It's an easy question. You're like, Jesus Christ, talking about Daniel, obviously.
Yeah. I love it, don't they? The old keyboard warriors.
Oh, it's brilliant.
We've all been encouraged to go and have a diabetes check as well, so that was great.
I have been taking my blood sugars check-in.
That was last week, I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Class, boys.
We made it. We've hit the big time. We've all been fat bastards on social media.
Yeah. And I was a very overweight football manager, apparently. So what was that, Tom?
I got quite excited over the bit of hate we got.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Oh well. We're still here. We're still here. I'm sure this one will generate some more now we've started talking about them. Everyone will be like, people want to get a shout out.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. The two of us couldn't believe it. We were just watching it, was going, that's going to be 20,000 views on it now. And then it was every time you looked at it, you're like, let's get another 10,000 views. And then this morning I woke up, it was over 300,000. And the last I looked, it was 380,000 views. So like I said, it was the question, what's the lowest dart you can't, the lowest score you cannot hit with one dart. For some reason, people have just latched onto this and they're all answering it, and it's crazy.
The very debatable answers on there, though.
Yeah. Some of them are like, I don't even know where you get that from. Someone's put 777. But
yeah,
you cannot hit it. So I don't really see how it could be 777.
Maybe they just don't like that double. Yeah. And they just generally can't hit it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, a lot of 21s.
Yeah.
Because I think people don't realise the doubles
7.
and the trebles.
Yeah.
But your 61 funny. Was rather amusing.
To be fair, there's been quite a few 61s, isn't there? A few people say, I still think it's the same. I thought it was the exact same thing as what I did. So.
As good old Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying how poorly worded the question was, though, Tom.
Yeah, I noticed that, mate.
No.
I noticed that. Thank you, Gary.
No.
Thank you, mate.
It was because of the caption. It said here. It didn't pick up my beautiful accent properly. The question was worded perfectly.
Open to interpretation, so the viewers are saying.
Yeah, the people have spoken, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure in the future they're all crystal clear.
Yeah.
No mishaps like pool day. Did you see Sunday's weekly roundup, Gary?
Yes, mate. Yeah,
so you have seen how I've sat there Googling pool day chip shop worker Iron Maiden. The assumption that Sam's knowledge was brilliant.
I just blocked that out of thin air.
The best comment on Sunday's podcast, I think, is you chose Tam's specialist subject, didn't you, of Scotland?
Scotland.
Yeah.
And the best comment at the end was, what makes you think anyone living in Scotland knows anything about Scotland?
It's true. I guarantee you could get 100 Scottish people and ask them the same question. You'd be lucky if 30% of them would know the answers to all of them.
I thought you was all like patriots though.
Nah, mate. Only when we're playing England in football.
No.
It's freedom! That's the only time. Any other time, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought it would be like a go-to subject. As soon as you said Scotland, I thought, oh, he's nailed this.
The funny thing, as I said even before, you done the questions, that we done the thing in my work. It was the Scots quiz, and we're lucky if we get one every week. So it's like, no chance. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, luckily James wasn't scoring particularly high either, was he? So you got away with it.
It's a good job he's good at darts because he's thick as mince, I tell you.
And who beat him today?
Did you play him?
Yeah.
Oh. What happened? Did he fall down the stairs or something before it? Did he borrow Peter's eye patch? Or?
To be fair, we were both fucking shocking.
Was that just a bounce game, or was it for something?
League game. Handed him his first loss in the league.
Ah.
Yeah. His actual comment back was, it could have been against someone better.
So it was his first loss and your first win in the league, wasn't it?
Second win, thank you.
Second win, mate.
Sorry, second win. Beg your pardon.
Yeah. Get your facts straight, Gary.
James set himself up so easily the other week with that bullseye tournament. So obviously I commented and said, look, I wish I could play, but I've got 3 games lined up already this evening, can't make it. And he quickly put on something like, you should have just arranged your game for 8:15 because you would have been out by then. And then I noticed he got knocked out in the first round, and I thought, oh. So dropped him a message, said, how did you get on, mate? You can't speak too soon, can you, on them chats?
God, no.
Everyone pounces.
I don't even care anymore. I just know I'm going to get slaughtered regardless of what I say. So
it's all I've had today.
Just abuse.
Yeah. Started off with James, then Martin Bull started to join in, and Gary had a little go himself. I was waiting for you to pop up.
I wouldn't do that to you, mate.
Well, at least Liz isn't on that list as well, though. It could be worse.
She started the ball rolling before he even came online.
Yeah, pretty much.
Brilliant.
And just in case you didn't know the reference in the chat, Gary, about the stamp.
Oh, yeah, what's that about?
So, Cam, obviously with the logo change and whatnot and the name changed, Tam's knocked up some stickers, which I don't know if you've seen. I mean, Tam's got some, I've got some. And he posted them down to me. And I got a message on the day that he posted them. Not sure, might have forgot the stamp. So I was like,
did you have to pay to go and pick them up?
Right, how much do you reckon a first class stamp is? A stamp.
Oh mate. I don't know, Royal Mail are ripping everyone off now, aren't they? How much is it? Don't know, £1 a stamp, is it?
It'd be £1 something, surely, right? £5 I had to pay to get this letter from the office. £5.
The best of it is, I was going to put a second class stamp on it, so you paid even more over the odds, mate. So.
It was the thought that counts, though, Tam.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. It's just...
I wouldn't have minded about. I mean, I haven't even been sent any, so I'd have happily gone and spent a £5.
I wouldn't hold your breath, Gary.
No. I don't want them now. Not now, and I've got to pay to pick them up.
Over the odds as well.
Class, mate.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, last week we were talking about the Grand Slam. Obviously, it's been and gone now.
Yep.
What a few games to finish that tournament on. Unbelievable darts, isn't it?
That boy Littler, when he's on, Jesus Christ, he's different world. I seen bits where he played Anderson, and Anderson was playing really well.
Yeah.
Still got by him.
Yeah, it was.
The final was just
Oh.
a demolition job.
So 15 legs in the row he won.
Yeah.
15
And
legs
the
on
only
the
reason he never
bounce.
won the 16 was because he tried to leave. He left his cell. He deliberately went for a 170 to try and take it out in style. And obviously he made a hash of the 170. But it's a good chance he would have took out the 16 in a row.
Yeah.
But that's frightening. 15 legs in a row.
He done it in 30 minutes, didn't he? And I think the game before that was like hour and 40.
Oh, that was
that was
quarters. Quarters, was it? I think that was a quarter final, I think.
Quarter final, it was like Mansell and who was it? Menzies. It took an hour and 46 or something for them to play.
Yeah.
And Littler took him 40.
Oh, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. But great tournament. Who won it in the end? The sweepstake?
John Gable or something.
See you, Tab.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's got like a little baby mobile playing, trying to get himself to sleep.
Well, it is past his bedtime.
It is. It's getting on for a minute. Because you were runner-up, weren't you, with Lukeman?
Yeah.
You win in the sweepstake as well?
Yeah, I won 50. John won 70. And then John's lad won 20. And Ron won 20. Which, obviously, they sent it all across on PayPal. Because, obviously, Ron's from the Philippines. So when it converts it. So I sent him the 20. But I actually sent him like 1,300 and something odd, whatever they use over there. So, he must be minted now.
Yeah. I bet you're stressing out on you before you click submit, thinking, this is going to empty the bank account.
That better not be pounds.
Yeah. I've just done that with some darts I brought from Super Darts in Norway. And it come up on their website like 550 NOK, whatever their currency is. And the time you converted it was like 30 quid. But everything looks so expensive until you convert it. But yeah, right old bargain. Well, I say it's a bargain. They turned out I didn't like them, so not a bargain at all, really. Complete waste of money, but never mind.
I've just swapped mine. I've literally thrown my darts to one side now, using new ones. Refusing to touch them now, my old ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll go back to them.
What ones are you using now?
The ones that I was trying to sell. The Target, Axel.
Yeah, just a bit too grippy for me.
See, I thought that was them other set that I've shown you. They're not as grippy at the bottom. It's more at the top. It depends where you hold the dart, at the front or at the back, really.
Yeah.
But they're quite thin at the front. But
well, this is very quickly turning into an online sales site. So let's change. Let's get on to your questions, shall we? You ready for your would you rather questions this week?
Oh yeah, mate. Always.
Right, well, we haven't got the jingle, have we? Because it's like a technical issue with that.
Yeah, Tam was lazy and didn't change the names over.
I could get.
Really.
Has anybody got a picture of Robbie Fowler and I could play the wee jingle?
Actually, I'm not going to say. Right, are we ready then?
Yeah, born ready.
So, there's just the three this week. First one is, would you rather have steam coming out your ears whistling like a kettle every time you got angry, or piss yourself every time you laughed?
Steam out my ears.
No, I mean, I'd have steam out my ears all the time. I'd have to go for piss myself laughing.
Well, I don't laugh much, so
But I'm angry all the time. I think it's since I joined this group.
yeah. Well, there we go. I've just pissed myself.
Yep, well, me as well.
Is that why you got your headphones on, Tam? Keep you steaming. So you'd go piss yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Mate.
Tom, the same for you?
Now I'd go steam out my ears.
Stephen is. Yeah. Interesting. Would you rather have a tickly cough constantly for the rest of your life, or have something in your eye?
Oh, fuck off. I'd end it. I'm not even. I couldn't cope with.
Fucking hell, it's like a euthanasia fucking.
I couldn't cope with
Podcast.
either of them.
Yeah, I think I'd be an absolute asshole. I think.
Yeah. I think
It'd need to be the cough, I think. I don't think I could
it'd have to be the cough in the eye.
Yeah.
It'd be.
No, I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah. Fucking irritating, isn't it, when you got something in your eye and you can't get it out?
And then you sat there in the mirror and you're pulling your face left, right, and centre to. Yeah, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the cough. But I would find a bridge very quick if I was stuck with either of them.
Very cheery fucking podcast tonight, boys.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Well, would you rather have constant hiccups for the rest of your life, or that feeling like a sneeze is coming, but you don't quite get the sneeze out?
Ooh.
Hiccups.
Yeah, I think it would be hiccups.
Oh, that'd be fucking irritating, wouldn't it? Constantly.
Imagine that feeling you have to sneeze, but you don't. No, I don't think I could handle
You just walk around constantly looking like
that. You walk about looking like a fucking beaver or something. Yeah.
It'd be your normal face, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But how do you get rid of hiccups? Sorry, not hiccups. You know, they say, like, if you're going to sneeze, some people have certain things you can do, like old wives' tales.
If you look at light, see if you look up at a light, it triggers something.
Well, obviously, my go-to for it is probably going to be music to Gary's ears. You just say pineapple really fast over and over again.
Pineapple solves everything.
They sneeze. They sneeze.
Yeah. If you like pineapple, 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 you don't.
Liz, if you're watching this...
Who told you that?
Liz, if you're watching this, can you please record him the next time he does that? Because that has to go viral. That's going to
She can vouch if needs to sneeze. And like thinking it's pineapple, really. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
Gary, see if you just look at a light, mate, you'll sneeze. Jesus fuck. That's why I see people, if you come out of cinemas, a lot of people will sneeze when they come out of a cinema. That's what it is. Apparently it's some sort of...
I've never seen anyone sneezing out of the cinema.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, see now that I've said it. Watch.
I'm going to go sit at the local cinema. That's my weekend sorted.
True story. It's a true story.
I'm going to count how many people sneeze.
Cinema. Everyone's coming out going, pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
But yeah.
Well, okay.
Jesus Christ almighty, boys.
Last little bonus one, just because I picked up on it on the meetup chat. And there was a little bit of debate about the cream and scones, or scones, wherever you're from. Is it cream on first, before the jam, or is it cream on after the jam?
I think it's take the scone and put it in the fucking bin with the jam and the cream. That's what I personally think it is.
I hate them.
No, wouldn't thank you for them.
Okay, that's the end of the questions. Thank
you. Yeah, I'd rather eat my own asshole than eat that stuff. It's the same with shortbread. I don't know how popular that is down your way, but in Scotland, shortbread at New Year and stuff, I just don't get it. I don't get why people like it so much.
I love shortbread.
What?
I do too.
Shortbread, cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much about how much I like it because I'm very conscious that Dion Fox is worried about my diabetes levels. So,
yeah,
I love a bit of shortbread.
Well, I've got a couple of questions for you, boys.
Come on.
It's not obviously thingy, but it's just like it's me thinking once. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
Fucking hate a musical.
So do I, mate.
There's just no need to sing all the time, is there?
What is wrong with you two? It's not like a musical.
I reckon Debbie Does Dallas as a musical would be quite good.
Nice.
Never even heard of it.
Nice. What? You see, you like musicals and you've never heard of Debbie Does Dallas. Are you in fact gay, Tom? I think I might have found out why you like musicals. I think you need to come clean with Liz.
No.
You've never heard Debbie Does Dallas?
No.
It's a classic.
It's a classic, mate. Hire it out at the local shop. I'm going to ask you.
Hire it out at the local shop.
If you go back to the 1980s, if you go back to the 1980s or 90s and go back, I didn't ask them. Yeah. Ask Liz if she could stream it for you.
I'll have a look, see what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on Disney Plus.
No.
That's my go-to.
Maybe on Disney Thrust, maybe.
It's just not even ended. Just carry on.
Pineapple. Right.
Oh,
serious answers.
Serious
musicals.
Answer. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical? I think if you're going with ridiculous answers, The Godfather. How funny would that be as a musical?
That would be pretty amusing.
To be fair, it would just be like Bugsy Malone. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Bugsy Malone? Yeah.
So before I get ridiculed, is that the one where they're kids?
Yes.
Yes, and I have seen it.
They fire cream pies at each other.
Yeah.
But it's not like Debbie Does Dallas cream pies.
No, that's a very different cream pie.
It's a very different cream pie.
Yeah.
I don't think I should watch this film now.
Oh no, it's a good film.
You'll like it. It's
educational. I like a film that's based on true events.
Yeah. You can't beat a movie about a cheerleader, mate. It's lovely. Just lovely. Yeah.
What about Cool Runnings? That would be good as a musical. No? Tough Crowd?
Bob Marley soundtrack. Nice.
Yeah.
That's very stereotypical.
But the people...
Cool Runnings is Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where are you going with this, Tom? What's your argument with this?
Why have you turned a very reasonable
political
comment into a racist?
No, I was just saying.
I know you said it would be quite good to be controversial on this podcast.
What if they liked Celine Dion?
What?
Right. Celine Dion wasn't from Jamaica.
It's nothing to do with. It's nothing
She's
to do
never done a bobsleigh.
Yeah.
Just need me to cry.
This is like when someone chips in with an argument that makes no sense at all. Utter bollocks.
Yeah.
I'm here all night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently I'm a racist for saying that somebody who's from the same country should do the soundtrack for the movie that the people are in it is from.
Well, no, because the musical
it's an interesting point of view, though.
Because the musical they'll be singing.
Yeah, Bob Marley songs.
I should hope so if it's a musical. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Celine Dion songs, according to you, for some reason. Yeah, I've got one more question. We're going to move away from that.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah, before I got arrested for being a racist, apparently. What would be the absolute worst name you could give your child?
It's got to be Gary.
I think it'd be if you think of your second name as well.
So after having the youngest, I realised how many names I can't stand.
Gary.
Well, I've never wanted to call a girl Gary.
Nice.
Um,
Don't know. It suits the guy, the one that's on the show here.
This day and age, mate, you can't assume anything.
No.
I believe, and
I can
because
fly.
this was brought up in conversation the other day between me and Liz, Gary is actually, they reckon by the year, like 30 years down the line or something, the Gary name will be like extinct because no one's calling their kid Gary.
No. Can't have too many legends in one place at the same time.
Oh,
It'd just be. But a lot of the older names are coming back into fashion, aren't they?
Yeah. I remember when Michelle was pregnant with my oldest boy, we were sort of, if it was a girl, you're going, Abigail. So I quite like that. It's quite a nice. And then you're going, Abigail Leach. Abigail Leach. That sounds like one name. If you were to give the first name and the second name, that's you put the two names together, you go, yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Don't know. There's loads, isn't there? There's loads of names that you just think, why would you call your son that or your daughter that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the band name list is rather amusing. I didn't even know the UK had a band list that you can't call your kid a certain name.
I'm assuming
Really?
Hunt's one of them.
It's like you can't call your kid Adolf. You just can't.
But why would you want to?
Well,
If you were German.
I don't think they're too keen on him either, to be fair. I mean, I'm not speaking for the whole of Germany here, but...
To be fair, I do think the guy just gets a bad rap. I guess it's been blown all out of proportion, personally. That'd be a good musical. A musical about Adolf Hitler. Nice. Yeah.
This is turning into one hell of an episode.
The wheels have well and truly fallen off. Where's the quiz? Get the quiz in. Quick.
Did you make a wheel up, Tom? No, I take it you didn't.
Oh, was the wheel my job?
Sick.
You said you'll do a wheel. I didn't do a wheel.
I said wheel. We will do a wheel. Not I will make one.
I can pretend I've got one to spin.
It's not done well, is it?
This is a joke.
I've got questions.
I've got questions as well. Whose questions are you wanting, Gary?
I don't even know what's meant to be on the wheel.
It's just who's playing who.
Oh. Who do you want to go up against, me or Tam?
Tam.
We'll use more questions then.
Oh, Gary's in the doghouse.
Was that not the right answer? I didn't think the quiz had started yet.
We'll find out with the questions. So what I've got a range of questions this evening. Who wants to go first?
Not bothered.
I'll let you go first, Tam.
Let's do it, mate.
So here we go. Question 1 for Tam. In 1997, comedy Men in Black. I didn't even right. In the 1997 comedy Men in Black.
Yes.
Which actor played Agent K?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Ding, ding, ding. Gary.
I've seen that in the pictures.
What's the first film you ever went and watched at the cinema? Yeah.
First movie that I remember I went with my friend was Supergirl, believe it or not. But I think I seen something with my mum and dad maybe before that, but I can't remember. But that's the first movie that I remember seeing. I was about 10 or 11 maybe.
Gary?
I know I definitely went to the cinema to see Titanic. The other one I can remember was Pacific Storm. That was quite a good film.
You'll realise just how much younger than me you are. I feel very old. Thanks for that, Gary.
I'm an 80s baby. Apologies, Tam.
The first film I went and watched in the cinema was the Spice Girls movie.
Well, I can understand that.
It weren't for me personally. It was Miss.
That explains a
It's
lot
from
about
his
how you.
sister.
Explains a lot about why you've never seen David Does Dallas or have any idea what it is, mate. To be honest,
It was for my sister's birthday.
keep convincing yourself that, Tom. Keep convincing yourself, son.
But the first one that I went to see away from that was Milan.
And that's an improvement. Why?
Milan?
As in the animated Milan.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant as in the Italian place. Milan. What was it, a fucking documentary or something? Strange thing to go and see. Milan. Hello. Go on, which...
You're starting this again.
What year did Starbucks first open in the UK?
$2,000.
2002, I would guess.
1998.
Oh.
I'm far off.
Are we fans of the old iced coffees and
I wouldn't pay the money they want
weird, like vanilla latte with whatever?
I liked them before you had to remortgage your house to buy one.
for them. Yep. The prices of them are ridiculous.
Absolute rip-off now, isn't it?
Yep.
Tam, this is a sci-fi one for you.
Oh.
Who played the female lead role in the 1986 movie Aliens?
Sigourney Weaver.
What? I'm sorry, Gary. But yeah, it was.
You give me movies of sci-fi.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd put after the whole Scotland thing.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be. Yeah.
That's all right. I'm comfortable with it, Tom. No need to apologise, mate.
No need to apologise for throwing me under the bus, Tom.
Question 2. How do you say panda in Spanish?
Don't say El Panda.
El Panda. No idea. That's not something I've done at GCSE Spanish.
Pando.
Panda. It's just panda.
It was a bit nasty there, Tom, to be honest, mate.
Bit of a trick question, that one.
Fuck it. Joe, I'm not doing a fucking quiz anymore. Seriously, when I said I'm taking a sabbatical, it's starting to mean that now. Just had enough of it today. Tab.
Don't get too angry. I can see steam coming out your ears.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not pissing myself. In 1952, Albert Einstein was offered the presidency
Presidential.
of which country?
Or residency, is it?
Presidency.
All right.
Of which country?
Fucking Austria.
No.
Jamaica.
Alongside Big Adolf.
They'd make a cracking bobsleigh team, wouldn't they?
Israel.
Well,
Israel.
Yeah.
I guess wasn't as crazy as I thought then.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, just because I've got quite a few questions, so I'm not. Right. Who are we on now? Gary. When adjusted for inflation, which is the highest grossing film of all time?
Certainly wasn't Mulan.
Oh, Supergirl, let me clarify.
I reckon it was Avatar.
That's what I would have said as well.
So
Unless he's wrong, then I'm guessing something else.
he is wrong, because that's why it's gone with inflation. So obviously, like maybe a film back in the day.
Jaws.
Gone with the Wind.
Shit.
Never even seen of it.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Just a quote from it, just in case.
So it must be a pretty old one then, because Gary looks as stumped as I do.
I've definitely heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what it's about.
Yeah, it's about somebody who ate too many beans, and then when they farted, they actually flew away.
John,
I generally for a second then thought you was being serious, and we was going to get a little breakdown of it.
The guy who was in it was called Paul Day, the chip shop guy.
He used to work in a chip shop, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember him.
Google it, Tom. He's sung with some band as well, apparently.
Triple Threat. He's a good singer.
Oh, God.
How many members were in the American rock band The White Stripes? And can you name them?
2, Jack and Megan. Or Meg.
I feel you've been royally shafted here, Gary.
Would you own that, Gary?
No. But it's not going to impact how I sleep tonight, so don't worry about it.
It will, mate, because I'm going to phone you about 2 in the morning. Going, ha 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 ha.
Well, I feel bad because Tam gets something like that, and Gary's now going to get. Who is credited with the assassination of American outlaw Jesse James?
Billy the Kid.
No. It is.
I was waiting for Billy Ocean.
No, he's not making an appearance this week.
Oh.
Was it Pat Garrett, was it?
Robert Ford.
Ooh.
Ford.
Must have been plenty of drive.
What is the first element on the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because its element number is 1.
Right. Can I have 5 points if I get this one right?
I have 6.
Right.
Because you're not going to get it right anyway, mate. So it doesn't mean
I'm going to.
This is quite a up-to-date one.
I'm good under pressure.
Who interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 VMAs?
Billy Ocean.
Was that? I think I know who it was.
Robbie Wood. What year was it?
2009.
No. No.
You're right.
Kanye West?
It was Kanye West.
Yeah. It's a lump of wood. He's another one with crazy kids' names.
Yeah. Well, who was it that named the kid the Symbols? Or X?
Elon Musk.
Yeah. The girl, weren't it just like random symbols or something?
Kanye's are all compass points, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
northwest,
and all that,
southwest.
yeah. It's an absolute twat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he is.
I'm sorry, I feel like that was very poor on my end. I think Gary picked wrong.
I mean, even if I'd picked the other questions, I think we'd be in the same position. So
I think it would have been a lot closer because obviously my knowledge isn't fantastic. I do have a tiebreaker though.
let's have
Go
it.
for it, mate.
All or nothing on this.
Yeah,
All or
here we go.
nothing on this one.
What?
So,
What is the score? 5-0, is it? 6-0?
and this is worth 7 points. It's not over till it's overtime.
Yeah, here we go.
So, how much of a cucumber
Can you
is
shove up your
water?
ass? Oh.
What we got a percentage?
Percentage.
Who's going first?
You want me to go first, mate?
Google.
%30.
I think it's much higher. What? Are you all right, Tom?
I'm fine.
I reckon it's more like 65 to 70%.
So, for the second week running, Gary takes it on the tiebreaker.
What was it?
97%
What?
of it is water.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I know it'd be high. Fucking messy bastards to eat, isn't they?
Yeah.
Just dribble. Like, not me personally.
You can go and fact check it if you would like, Tam.
You can go fuck check it. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good.
Yeah, 97%.
There you go.
That is still 100% quiz champion record for me, so I'm taking it.
Yeah. Stitched up. Stitched up again.
How was you? You had like possibly the easiest questions you could have had.
Me?
Yeah.
Gary wouldn't have known them anyway.
I beg your pardon.
I could see from his face he knew a couple of them.
Yeah.
He was holding it back.
I bet you could ask Gary the questions again and he still wouldn't know them.
I was just thinking, please don't ask me. Please don't ask me.
What were the questions?
So, Gary, in the American band White Stripes,
Yeah,
how many members were there? And can you name them?
that's easy. There's two. One of them was Megan. But yeah, you go on. You can have it. You can have it.
No, mate. I was going to say a deal's a deal, but for some reason the two of you come up with the grand plan that the tiebreaker would win it all. I never agreed to that.
Well, when you give me the... I was picked to do the questions, so it's my rules.
It's a fair point. I think what will happen when it's me doing the questions, Tom, regardless of what happens, you're going to lose. Although I don't think I'm going to have to resort to
You won't have to...
tactics.
Yeah, oh, shit. Yeah, you won't have to do much to ensure that happens.
Yeah. I think a wee message as well before we go. If see anybody that's watching this, see if you can give us a like, subscribe, follow, whatever the hell it is, and even put some comments and some answers to the questions that we put up. It just helps to grow the podcast and the channels.
Yeah, instead of just like one random well-worked video.
Yeah.
Nice to have a few.
The more you comment on it, the more sort of traction it will get, and more people, chances are they will comment on it. So it obviously helps out the channels and the group as a whole.
Perfect.
Actually, I meant to say that at the beginning of the podcast and I forgot.
Yeah.
So chances are everyone's stopped watching by now, and I've just spoke to
them. Yeah. It wouldn't be our normal podcast though if we'd done it how we planned to. So
yeah.
At which point would they have turned off?
the intro song.
I certainly think if they hadn't switched off before Adolf Hitler part, then I think they'd definitely switched off after that. And me getting accused of being a racist.
I didn't accuse you of being a fucking racist.
Mm.
It is what it is, Tom.
Well, before we offend anyone else, Tom, you need to go and watch Debbie Does Dallas with Liz. Have a nice movie night with Liz. And we catch up next week, and you can tell us all about it. Let us know what you think.
You can tell us all about it. We are so random.
Yeah. Right, gentlemen. Have a lovely week.
And yourself, boys.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.